For a company, zero defects measure is extremely important. So, I would like to present to you about a very effective remedial measure to eliminate defects soon on your production site. In the past, TQC shown in Type 1 was a famous defense measure in the world. However, it became unsuitable for the era of product life cycle shortening. The Type 2 method is a method aimed at making many reports under the guidance of a famous teacher. However, I would like to introduce Type 3, which realizes zero defects early this time. Mr. Nakamura and JMATZD study group were investigating the requirements of fact analysis. As a result, they get contents as shown on this figure. There is 5Y analysis by Toyota in it. If you want to know each detail of each key, please look at OnDeCo-E Series 3 Step 1. You can get very useful usages to eliminate defects on your production site, I believe. At this time, I will show you only one example of defect countermeasure about item number 1. Take a fact in your video and photos. This shows a part of the line that produces plugs for car engines. When you watch a movie, you can see that the equipment trouble is making a defect easily. This shows the defect-borne status. It does not enter the guide and the inclination of the parts is greater. At this time, say the stopper pushes the parts and makes the defect. Please look at this photograph of the light side. When we examine to decompose the equipment, the cause of the defect was the guide of wear. The evaluation of the wear of the occurrence, you must have knowledge of manufacturing technology. Mr. Nakamura is a professional metal engineering. He instructed the hardness check of the guide. Then, the company found that the guide quenching was the insufficient parts. Once we grasp the cause, countermeasure is easy. At this case, they changed the wearing guide to normal status 1 soon and eliminate this defect. After this improvement, they said this is the piece of cake. Before this improvement, the company's staffs were trained in the brainstorming to reduce these defects and they made a lot of material developments. But, after this improvement they said that these efforts were useless to eliminate defects. Once you will get information about a target defect, please make like this figure. This figure shows between a cause and a problem or a defect as there is no smoke without fire. The fact of the proof is all a circle and we need a principle diagram that can be understood easily by children. If you will remove the cause of a problem, the occurrence of defect will be zero soon. This problem was resolved too in a short period of time by Mr. Nakamura by using the. In this company, the paint dust problem was not resolved by paint experts. He has no painting experience at all. He gathered the officials and wrote this principle diagram. After that, he started the investigation to catch a cause of paint dust defect. The first was the activity to collect the garbage product. The second activity was to find the object on each position shown in this figure, and the third activity was the comparison between the collected samples and defective apple. He found that iron powder carrier is similar to failure by these activities. He analyzed team by the metallurgical point of view, and he thought that the red rust was estimated to be the cause of it. Getting this conclusion, he recommended the company people a carrier on the heat-resistant paint. This company took actions soon after to apply this countermeasure. The garbage defect elimination on a surface of powder coating wheels made zero soon. I would like to compare TQC and defect measures meeting method to this method to verify the fact. This is a case study of a company. Please look at the upper side of drawing of this figure. A company used the brainstorming process to reduce defects old time. They could not attain zero defect level. So, they introduced our methods and start zero defect project in this company. Soon they can get the lower side of drawing of this figure. There is no physical evidence to defect reduction by brainstorming method. But, this way has it, and this article shows one of the example that proved the difference between the two. The defect elimination countermeasure, which I introduce now, is a method that many companies have already used to achieve results with many documents already in Japan. I hope that everyone will utilize this method to achieve reliable zero-defect countermeasures as soon as possible.